Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of A Wee Touch of Madness, the podcast brought to you every single week by me, Loz. Now, this week, I've got a special guest with me today. I have Idle Minds from Cleveland. You're right, guys. How you doing?
What's up? How are you?
Oh, I am living the dream and loving life and all that shit. So this week, as you probably most people out there who are fans of these guys will know, there's usually five guys in the band, but two of them aren't here. So everybody at home, if you watch this show on YouTube or listen to it on Spotify, you know what that means. We have up until the end of the episode to think of a challenge for those pussies that didn't turn up. So instead, I am joined with Chase, Trevor, and Tom. So, guys, can you tell us a little bit about yourselves and the music that you do to the people out there who may not be aware of what it is that you deliver?
Well, I'm Trevor. I sing in the band, and a little bit about me. I I like taking care of my plants, and I also have a solo project.
Sorry, I had to cut you off. You like taking care of your plants. Now, that straight away was such a mundane answer that I've ever heard.
Listen. My life is not that exciting.
Way to promote yourself. Yay!
Listen. My plants are my children, and I have a solo project called Shelter Pup, which is like a little bit more indie, but yeah, this is my main focus. I don't know, somebody else's turn.
I'm into hookers and blow.
You know what? Same here. Just don't tell my wife.
You know what? Hey, you should fly over here. Every hooker's
hooker
free
and blow
blow,
party.
all for you.
Go out Charlie Sheen style.
My name's Tom. I play guitar in Idle Minds, and what do I do in my spare time other than music? Jesus Christ. I'm anesthesia tech at the Cleveland Clinic Hospital, so that takes up like the majority of my time.
You put people to sleep.
Yeah, I give people drugs to go to sleep.
It's pretty sweet.
And I enjoy seeing my family a lot.
Okay.
I'm Chase. I play bass in the band Idle Minds, and I'm the anomaly in that I'm a foreign guy and I have all of my teeth.
And when you start talking, you're not in the actual screen of the camera, so no one at home watching this on YouTube can actually see you.
I'm Chase.
There we go.
Perfect.
My bad.
Hanover.
And yeah, shit. There's not much else about me. Music and flooring. It's about what I do.
Okay. Yeah. Well, some very varied answers there, and I'm actually glad that now, Tom, I'm glad that you mentioned sooner that you're a anesthesia tech, because if everybody at home remembers when I did the episode with Wave of Wire, I started taking the piss out of one of the guys' lack of a beard, and it turned out he was a fireman. So that kind of made me feel like a dick.
Oh.
So I'm kind of glad you mentioned that now instead of me making a joke somewhere down the line and then me feeling like a dick. So I'm happy about that. So can you tell me how the band actually came about?
Yeah, so I met Trevor originally. I moved into a home in Lakewood, a duplex, and I heard somebody jamming upstairs. I was like, all right, who is this dude? I want to play music with this guy. And eventually, Trevor came downstairs to my apartment, and we ended up jamming. And we actually wrote our first song, Blossom, that very night. And then eventually we found Chase, and then shortly after Scott, and now Chris.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much like, yeah, I already knew of Tom because He's played in a few bands that I've gone, like I went and saw before. So, yeah, I don't know. Like I knew of him. So when he moved in downstairs of the duplex we were living in, I was like, yeah, this dude rips on guitar. So I need to get something going.
So do you? Well, you've just released an EP, "Break Apart the Sun." Now we're going to be touching a little bit more on a particular song in that EP a little bit later. But other than the EP that you've just released, and by the way, everybody out there, if you haven't listened to it, I suggest that you do. It is a really good album. It's actually, in a way, quite relaxing. You know, when you listen to it, you can just listen to the music coming through. You find it is actually relaxing, and I highly suggest everybody out there, if you're feeling a little bit stressed, take a listen. So, do you have any plans musically for this year now that you've released your EP?
Yeah, we actually are going in like a week or two, 2 weeks, a week or two. We're gonna record a new single, and release that by like April or May. We're just gonna pretty much gonna be focusing on releasing singles for the next couple releases, and just really define our sound before we get into like another full release.
Yeah. Now, who is this fucknut that just turned up?
How's it going? I'm Scott.
Hi, Scott.
Fuck no, I've answered the worst. How's it going?
Not too bad. Now, the first question I asked the guys before you rudely turned up halfway through the interview was, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and the sort of music that you do to people out there who may not be aware?
You never on time.
Sure. No, I'm usually pretty good. A little slight run-in with the police, no big deal, which is unusual for me as of the last few years. But like what kind of music I listen to, my influence, or like what I bring to the table?
No, just a little bit about yourself and kind of how you describe, in your words, about the band's music.
Oh, definitely. Well, a little bit about me is I just like play lead guitar for these guys and Untitled Minds. From the Chicagoland area originally. I've been in the Cleveland area like 5-6 years now. And then as far as the music goes, I think for us it's going different directions with stuff we've been writing, and really like the trial and error process of like kind of figuring out what's the best fit and what's really smooth and flowing really well, and trying not to force anything has been the best part of it.
Yeah.
The stuff that comes natural is like, that's the stuff that's really been sticking.
Pretty magical.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the next question I have for you guys is, which before Scott rudely turned up late and then tried to answer this question before it even came up. The next question is, what are the influences that got you into making music?
Like each individually.
Yeah.
Give some different answers.
We have very, very different tastes in music separately. It's interesting. Like I grew up on like a lot of my big influences were from like the Warped Tour era, where like Sleeping with Sirens, Pierce the Veil, like Bring Me the Horizon, a lot of those bands. Currently, I listen to a lot of like more grungy stuff, like Citizen or Teenage Wrist. And Dance Gavin Dance is one of my favorite bands. So I'm just kind of all over the place.
I'm kind of sick of hearing Bring Me to the Horizon. I'm sick of hearing their name. My wife is a massive fan of theirs.
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. My wife is a massive fan of theirs, and every time we try to decide about what music to put on, she's always like, "Oh, let's put this on. Let's put this on." I was like, "No, fuck off."
I'm no surprises, but a huge Allison Chains fan. I'm into that kind of stuff, like almost like the hair metal of grunge. I love Loathe a lot right now. I've been listening to them. I'm sure you've heard of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of that kind of stuff for the most part.
Chase.
I mean, I would define my style as fucking douchey as that sounds, with between Dinosaur Jr., Rancid, and like No Effects is all that shit meshed together is kind of what
None taken.
we're into. What's that?
You said no offense. I said none taken. You haven't offended me yet.
No Effects.
Oh, effects. I thought you said no offense. Sorry.
All good, man.
I'm a bit like I'm kind of like with Tom. I'm like pushing 30 here, so I'm an older guy in the group. So I like a lot of like early '90s rock, Weezer,
Yes.
Nirvana,
Yes.
Allison Chains, definitely, and then like a lot in between there was like earlier pop punk into like Title Fight kind of emo type stuff and melodic hardcore, and then I got like a lot of like really heavy hardcore beat down, that kind of stuff too. So I'm a little bit all over the place, but been listening to this band Onslow recently. I think they're from Australia. That's been an interesting mix of like kind of newer age, like alternative rock with some like cool like I don't know, I guess like emo influences. I don't know. It's interesting. It's really good. So that's one band I've been listening to.
We're just trying to be the Deftones.
That's
all
how I like the Deftones. Big Deftones guy.
Yo, Turnstile though. That's a
Turnstile, definitely.
That's probably the common ground of the band.
Yeah, Turnstile for sure.
See, this is why I like interviewing bands or like groups of artists or like just groups of people, because when I ask that question, I get such varied kind of responses, varied answers, and obviously no one has the same taste in music as the next person next to him. So it's always nice to hear like the different influences and the different genres and styles of music, but still manage to bring people together. So I quite like that. That was good. I like that. I did really like that answer. So, with all those different influences that you mentioned, if you could do a collaboration with anybody, who would it be, and why is it me?
band.
I don't know. You're pretty good looking.
Oh, stop it! If I had a shave, you'd see me blush.
I didn't know you went that way, Chase, but it's
Hey, it's not gay as long as Chase is the bottom. I still won't be gay.
Hey, I'll give you that.
Like if Idle Minds did a collaboration, man.
None of the guys I listen to make any sense.
oh, Allison Chains all day.
No, fuck Allison Chains.
Yes, Cantrell.
Man, I don't know. Loathe or some shit.
Probably
Actually,
maybe like Teenage Wrist.
Teenage Wrist would be
definitely
cool.
be, at least for me. But
Citizen,
Citizen.
another Ohio band.
Yeah, Citizen would be cool. I'm trying to think like a little bit outside the box as far as like not just picking the garage bands we like.
Adele.
Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Yo, Bill Murray. Yeah, not the actor, but the band. Yeah.
Bill Murray, that'd be cool.
I can't believe that was a difficult question. That was not even one of my difficult questions that I've got, but it took so long to answer. Like, hello, what?
Yeah. We think too much.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, can you explain to me and to the people out there watching or listening to this? Can you explain what the creative process is when you create your music, create your sound? You know, when you get the idea to putting it down there, getting the concept, and then finally releasing it to the people.
Pretty much it's a little different song to song, but overall, Tom usually comes up with a really good riff, or Scott will come up with a riff, or I'll come up with like a chord progression with a vocal melody that they'll end up taking, because I write very lo-fi, so I'll write whatever I write, and then they'll take it and make it more grunge or what our sound is. So so we build the song together and get a pretty good rough idea of what we want, and then we take it to our recording engineer and producer Steve Perino,
Uh-huh.
who like helps flesh it out and just kind of makes it the best it can be. And they're pretty heavy in the writing process once we have the like the skeleton, like the bones of the song figured out.
Right. So in a way, a little bit like a controlled anarchy, then.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, like a controlled anarchy. I think that's probably the best analogy that I can think of from that answer. To be
So
honest. Yeah. So what is the one thing that you guys that you know now that you wish you could have told yourself at the start of your musical career, the start of your musical journey?
Less is more. Simple.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely with you on that one for sure.
Yeah. Also, like, it's not that serious.
Yeah.
Like,
It really
just
isn't.
have way more, like, have more fun. Like, I don't know. I was at the very beginning of everything. I took everything so seriously and like stressed about like the most pointless things, and I'm just like it's just like making music. The whole point is just to enjoy it. So it's like why take it so seriously?
Yeah, I feel like just having fun with it is the biggest thing. I feel like everyone sits and questions what they're fucking doing, and it's stupid to do. You might as well just put it out.
That was actually quite a thought out answer. It was quite logical. I wasn't actually expecting that from you, to be honest. So yeah, I like that. I'll stick with that one. So where can the people watching or listening to this, where can they connect with you online if they want to drop in and just say hello or check out your music?
Instagram is like the best bet. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify. We have a TikTok.
Unfortunately.
Listen.
Are we on Twitter yet? Are we
No,
on
we're
Twitter?
not. We're not on Twitter
No
yet.
Twitter.
Maybe, I don't know if that'll happen. We'll see. I hate Twitter. But I think all of them are Idle Minds OH is like the handle.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, if you missed that, if you just looked at, if you're watching this on YouTube and you just looked away from the screen for 2 seconds, or you're listening to this on Spotify and you didn't catch it on YouTube, as per, I will have the handles to their social media dangling somewhere on the screen. I haven't decided yet. I'll figure that bit out in post production, but they're there, over there or there. Fuck knows. If you still didn't catch that, I'll have the links to their social media down in the description, and I highly suggest that you check these guys out, check out their music. And I know I say this with pretty much every single guest, but check out their stuff. You will not regret listening to these guys' music. So what is the message that you would like to give to your fans who might be listening or watching this?
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that was so sweet. That actually caught me off guard. It's like, oh, thank you for being a fan.
Yeah.
There's more coming, more on its way.
Yeah. Way more. On the
Yeah,
way,
there's definitely just the beginning.
for sure.
Tip of the iceberg.
It's I feel like we've got a good set of people, members to really get this thing going. And we actually just booked our first show, April 16th at Mahal's in Lakewood, Ohio.
Wow, congratulations. I hope it goes well. And I
Yeah.
expect to see some live footage.
Yes,
Oh, for sure.
absolutely.
Yeah. Right, we are coming up to the halfway point now. So everybody at home, for the halfway point, you all know what that means. That means we are going to promote the fuck out of one particular song that these guys have done. So what is the song we have chosen? It is Residuals. So can you tell everybody what the message behind that song was, if there was one.
Pretty much like it's super like within the lyrics, it's like it's super easy to get caught up in the day to day, but it's important to keep in mind the bigger picture, and there's just like keep going. I don't know, just like keep in mind the bigger picture. It's not that serious.
Well, that was a pretty good one. Right, everybody. So we are going to play the song for everybody now. I know I've been saying this quite a lot throughout the episode, but on YouTube there will only be a little sample, maybe half the song, but on Spotify the full song will get played unless these guys want the full song played on YouTube. Do you? Or should we just give them a sample?
It's up to you. I don't
Give him the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Yeah,
The
give him
whole thing. Right, there we go. Unanimous. So we are going to play the whole song for you. Let me know in the comments what you think of the song. If you liked it, let me know. If you didn't like it, let me know. Either way, I'm going to let the guys know, and if I get more positive comments than negative, I'll just tell them, oh no, everybody hated it. If you go down onto the description of this episode down on Spotify, there'll be a little link where you can send me a voice message directly instead of because obviously Spotify doesn't have a comment section. So you can actually send me a voice message like that straight away through that link, and I will receive it and I will add that to the comment section as well. So here it is. Let me know what you think. There we go. That was residuals. So let us know what you think, and if you liked it, let me know. If you didn't, then let's move on. Right, guys, we are now coming down to the nitty-gritty part of the interview. This is actually, in a way, my favorite part of the interview because we're going to be getting into some tough questions about the music industry, about life in general. There's going to be some real head-scratching questions in there that make be like, okay, that's actually a good one. Why doesn't no one ask me that? So before we get into that, if I make you feel uncomfortable at any point during these next set of questions, please let me know. All right?
I appreciate it, man.
If you want to stop at any of these questions because they're a little bit too uncomfortable or they're a little bit difficult, let me know. Okay? And I will just call you a little bitch and keep going.
Sounds perfect.
My safe word is pineapple.
Do you know what my safe word is? I don't have one because I'm not a bitch.
So those are safe words then.
Right. So are you ready for your first difficult question, your first uncomfortable question?
I think so.
Dun, dun. We're ready.
Are you sure?
No, but go ahead.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Cool. What's invisible but you wish people could see?
You
I
ain't-
kind of had you going a little bit there, didn't I? With the whole build up, and then suddenly, bang! What the fuck was this shit?
Or a riddle.
It's like what's black and white and dead all over or whatever.
What's invisible but you wish people could see?
My big heart.
Oh, oh!
You said you
Cut
piece of shit.
that out of the video.
Yeah, just cut that.
Cut that.
We're not happy here.
Yo,
No, yeah.
sound waves. That'd be pretty sick.
Sound waves. You wish people could see sound waves.
Yeah, that'd be pretty wild. Could you imagine that? Like,
Well, I've
water
heard
ripples in the air.
I heard a rumor that if you're high enough, you can see colors. So
That's facts.
It's not a
actually.
rumor.
That's
facts.
facts.
you
Taste-
can
taste
you
colors.
can hear colors when you're high as fuck and see
Yeah.
sound. So
Oh, wow.
That's true.
yeah.
I need to try that sometime.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, just as a little side note, everybody out there, I don't advocate obviously taking drugs or getting high, or I don't actually advocate that. It was supposed to be a joke. Please don't take me seriously on that one. Please don't cancel me. I'll probably just cut that little bit out though, to be honest.
Just to be safe.
Just to be safe. No religion and no politics. That's the rule of my show, just to keep it safe.
Hell yeah. Here, man.
So, what is the most trouble that you have been in? Nothing too illegal, because I know you guys are in the United States. Nothing too illegal that would bring the cops on your door, because as everybody knows, the cops over there have a policy of shoot first, ask questions, maybe. So,
Yeah, true.
My man.
Hey.
Man, yeah. Oh,
That ain't
man.
the truth.
I
and
think
this is why I will never go to America.
Do we got to go into specifics of why?
No, just if it's funny or a little bit shocking, even better.
Okay. I mean, I got arrested when I was 16.
Okay, why?
we're 16 too.
Yeah.
Hey.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Did you get arrested for being a little bitch?
No. Yeah, they don't arrest you for that over here.
Yeah.
Dang.
I got a warrant for that though.
You got a warrant for being a little bitch.
Yes. Precisely.
That's awesome.
Okay, so who wants to take that one then?
Yeah, wait, yeah, Chase, you was that the extent of what you're gonna say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, same. Yeah, I caught a case when I was 16. Also, yeah.
What for?
Possession.
You know what? That actually seems to be a very common thing with music. Like most of the musicians that I've interviewed, that seems to be a very common thing. Oh yeah, I got done with possession. That seems to be a very common thing. So to be honest, I'm not surprised. Partly because of your long hair. I'm really not surprised.
I ran from the cops when I was like 15 or 16. I
Did-
forget. I think I littered. And dude, I just fucking booked it. Like I
You're
booked it
badass
into the
over here.
woods. I'm like, I'm out of here.
Why did you
Man.
just pick it up?
My parents are gonna kill me.
My plant loving ass has a warrant out for your arrest now.
Yeah, no, dude. Well, I threw my cigarette butt on the ground. That's what it was.
That's a ridiculous one as well. I've been done for that one before.
You
Like
have?
throwing a cigarette butt on the floor. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So I missed the bin by a centimeter. So fucking what?
At least you tried to aim for the bin. I was just a dick.
At
I was
least you didn't like accidentally light the bin on fire with your put out cigarette.
Yeah,
You know, that I think that'd be more of a hazard.
Yeah, I still think it was fucking stupid, but that's just my 2 cents on that one.
Yeah.
All right, anyone else want to go for that one?
It's same as them. I've probably been in the back of the cop car one too many times for having stuff on me I shouldn't have. So, yeah.
You know what? I don't even know why I bother asking that question every single week, because yeah,
You could have assumed.
yeah, I don't know why I bother asking that question every week. The answer seems to be kind of the same. So I might retire that question soon, to be honest. Right, so what are your thoughts on the music industry as it stands today?
Fucking
Fuck it.
R.I.P. man.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
it's
Um,
toast.
It's like it's easier now than it's ever been to make music. But given that, it's so saturated.
I've heard it described as the t-shirt business now, because you only make money selling merch as opposed to anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's very oversaturated. And I think I don't know what I think. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I think it just seems so oversaturated because we have social media the way it is right now. So like back then, like, you know, like you had to find bands by actually going to like local bars. Now you can just see them
Fucking
on
bands find
Facebook or
you,
whatever. Yeah.
Or,
And
or reading a news article.
oh yeah, true.
I think in a way it almost like, yes, there's more, but I think it also breeds like better music because the accessibility of like professional sounding recording, and then just the level of like, and competition's a bad word for it, but like you hear, a band in your hometown or wherever you're at, like here in Cleveland, for example, there's like all these super killer bands, and like I can't just, if I want to play shows and kind of be a part of this thing, we have to put out something that is, we're putting effort into.
Yeah,
People, I think there's more hardworking bands now than there's probably ever been. There's some seriously like touring all the time, putting out new music, good music constantly. So I think in a way, like, and there's almost like overwhelming sometimes of how many good bands there are, and that it's so easily accessed by it's at your fingertips. Spotify
For better or worse.
for better or worse.
There's
Yeah,
definitely pros and cons to it.
it's very there's a big dichotomy to that.
If I throw Spotify on though, and it's just playing like random stuff like close to what I'm listening to, like sometimes I'm like, man, I've never heard of this band and they are awesome, and then I'm like stuck on that band for a while, and like thank God for that. I never found them.
Interesting answer. That was actually very interesting. It's in a way it was kind of more positive than negative. I'm not used to getting that sort of answer for that question.
Well, we're all still broke, but besides that, that's the problem.
We haven't been beat up enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So if there was something that you could change about the music industry, what would it be?
The ability for artists to get paid for their music properly.
Definitely that. Yeah. That's my only gripe with it. Other than that, it's great.
yeah, like
There's just
that's really it. It's just for me to be able to eat off of what I make. I don't know. That's like
yeah, it's almost impossible.
So it's
now.
taking away from your life trying to record music.
yeah, because like I mean, you know, as much as I love the job I work right now, I would rather. I would rather.
Sarcastic.
Wow.
I would rather
I'm
like
sold.
play music and get paid for it. You know, pay rent with it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've said this quite a few times, but I believe that the streaming services should pay more out in royalties for the people who've actually made the music. And if the trade-off for that is that they charge a little bit more for the subscription service, I'm probably in the minority where I will say I will happily pay an extra £5, an extra £10 on my subscription service, so long as I knew that the artists from the music that I'm listening to, they are getting a better royalty rate from the streaming services. I've been saying that for a little while, and that is something that I do believe in. But I don't think a lot of people see it that way. They probably think like £5-10 a month for a single subscription is too much as it is. But they don't realize the hard work that guys like you, that musicians like you put in every single day to bring out the content and the music that they consume on a daily basis, that they listen to on a daily basis. They don't appreciate that because they can't see the hard work. They can't appreciate the hard work that goes into it, which is kind of why I do this show in a way, because partly one, I fucking love talking with musicians every single week because I don't have a single talent other than talking shit.
Fun.
Yeah,
You're
Yeah.
fucking great.
You're really
at
good at
it.
it.
Master of your craft.
No, thank you. If I had, if I really did have a shave, I would be blushing like fuck at that. That actually cheered me up. But that is one of the things that I love about doing this, is because I get to talk to people like you every single week. I get to hear and see the passion in their voices and in their faces when they're talking about their music, when they're explaining the creative process that they go through, and when they put it out there to the people. And then when I get to that question about, you know, what would they change, I can see some of them getting a little bit downhearted because the music industry is a bit of a joke right now. Then no one's getting paid enough. It seems to be the big massive labels that are controlling everything, running everything, got a handle on everything, and little guys like me and you can't. As much as we try and get an edge in somewhere, but we're all like tiny cogs in this massive machine that we're keeping going. So yeah, that's and also it's because it gives a platform for people like you to come on, promote your stuff, and talk to someone who generally cares and listens and wants to know more about you. And the people watching and listening to this, they get to learn more about you as well. That's another reason why I do this show.
We appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And
I think like the best way. I'm sorry.
no, it's fine. You carry on.
Like I think that like if you like a band and you want to support them, listen to them on Spotify. But I think the best thing you could possibly do is buy their album on Bandcamp or buy their merch. That's like the number one way to truly support a band.
Go to a
nowadays.
show.
Go to a show.
Yeah.
Go to a show. Buy their merch. Share their stuff on your own social media. Like that's huge too. Even just like sharing, that's free. Like it's just like little things like that.
Just
You
showing that you care.
goes a long way for bands.
Yeah, exactly. And because like I was saying, a lot of people don't realize the hard work that goes into all of it. So just even little things like that, and like when they're doing a show, even if you've never heard the local band before, go out and see them, because I can guarantee you will have a brilliant night. So long as no one kicks off in the crowd and starts being a dick because they've had a little bit too much to drink, you will have an amazing night. There's been plenty of times I've gone out to my local that plays live music every single week, and half the bands there I've never even heard of, but I've gone anyway, and I still had an amazing time. And in fact, half of those bands I follow, and the other half of those bands I definitely follow because they're friends of mine that I met in the pub. So take
Yeah.
from that what you will.
Like and those shows are much more intimate, and it cost what is it, like $10-15 to go see 4 bands, whereas as much work, and I give pop stars so much credit because there is so much work that goes into those shows. $200 a ticket is just so much.
You almost have to force yourself to have a good time.
So it's like not to discredit them, but I think $10-15 a ticket to see 4 bands is like nothing.
It's a fair deal.
Yeah, exactly. It is nothing. And the one last thing, everybody, there is something that I would like to put to rest. I have been asked a few times by potential guests that want to come on the show, or people that I have interviewed who've asked me after recording, is how much do they owe me for coming on the show? I want to make it clear to everyone, I don't charge a single penny for my guests to come on. I don't charge a single penny for them to come on. This is a free platform for them to come on and for them to promote their stuff. They're doing me a favor. Why do I want them to pay me? If they want to give me free merchandise, I'm not going to say no, but I don't expect to get paid.
I'll give you Chase's cell phone number.
Oh yeah. What should all be my phone number? You kidding me?
$1 million.
Oh yeah, we appreciate it though.
Right, moving on before we go completely off the tangent. So, how do you feel that the internet has impacted the music industry?
I think it's great. I think it's given a lot of. I mean, back a little bit again to like just the accessibility. But I think it's so helpful because, like, I don't know, before they get like pre-internet, I'm sure it was way harder to get into like a studio or to be heard. Like radio was the only way to be heard, pretty much. But I don't know. I think the internet is a great thing. It's a great tool. It's a free tool for bands to use.
Well, the internet technically is free, but technically isn't, because you have to pay for an internet provider to get onto the internet.
Yeah.
So, what you just said there was so invalid.
That was so classist of me.
You know, it was so invalid. Yeah, because the internet is free. Maybe it might be free if your parents pay for it for you, but
no, unfortunately not. Okay, so it's a cheap kind of.
Depending.
You know what? I think it's a great thing. Period. There we go.
right, okay.
Yeah.
It is great.
It's cool.
Plus, without the internet, we wouldn't be able to do this. You guys over in Cleveland and me over here outside Glasgow in the UK, we wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for the internet.
Truth.
Absolutely.
You know?
Anybody else have?
No.
You nailed
I
it.
think you nailed it, man. Yeah.
Right, we are coming up to the end of the show. So I've only got 2, maybe 3 more questions for you guys before I can let you go on your merry, merry, merry way. So, but before I go on to those last couple of questions, have you used this time wisely and thought of a challenge for the band member that was too pussy to show up?
Oh, you missed out, Scott.
Oh yeah. So we have to figure out
For Chris.
No
chug challenge.
No, it's
for
got
sure.
it's got to be musical based.
Oh,
It's gotta be musical.
Like, because he's a drummer and drummers are simple, I would suggest get him to play a different instrument.
trumpet.
Oh, but he's good.
He's good at everything.
I was thinking trumpet myself, like play Happy Birthday on a trumpet or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, what is
We have to switch instruments for a gig.
Oh
Oh.
God, that's a challenge
For
for
a gig.
everyone.
For a sound check.
No.
You can play drums. He'll play guitar. There you go.
We can do it for a sound check. Chris has to sing. How about that?
Oh yeah, that works.
Chris does the harmonies, so it's really embarrassing. We're gonna find out.
Well, okay. Do you want a couple of hints for suggestions for
You're wide open for suggestions.
You're the king of it.
for challenges that I have been given?
For sure.
Right. So my first challenge came from Scott from Horn and the Hoof Records, who challenged me to lay down a verse on the next time a rapper came onto the show, which I did with Natty Snaps. I've done a freestyle verse. Natty Snaps then challenged me to a rap battle, and depending on when this recording goes out, the battle should already be released. If not, then it will be 2 weeks after this recording's gone out. Depends when this one goes. But that rap battle has been done, and it should be either uploaded now or getting uploaded soon. Storm the Empire from British Columbia in Canada. They have challenged me to have a California Ghost Chili Pepper with their bassist, who didn't turn up, whilst singing Aqua Barbie Girl.
That's very thorough.
Protect Your Heart didn't have a band member missing. They just wanted to do a challenge. So they're going to make me and them at the same time take the bomb chili sauce, take a chug of it while singing some obscure country song that I'd never heard of. Morgana has challenged me to play Happy Birthday on a guitar for the next person's birthday in my household, which I'm currently taking lessons for to be able to do. Let's see. Blame It on the Dog. 2 band members didn't turn up, so the next time I get those guys on for the video version of this podcast going on YouTube, next time they come on, we all have to wear some sort of outfit. I've got to wear some sexy sort of outfit, and they've got to wear something ridiculous.
Okay.
So we gotta come up with a challenge for him too.
That's some good idea. Yeah. So what is it like? Next time we come on is
Next time you come on, yeah.
So yeah, it'll be like
He's got a
Chris
guitar.
and they gotta do it together.
There was one more challenge, but I can't remember what it was.
I'll think of something pretty deranged. Yeah.
I gotta think of it like right now. Though.
We had the whole thing to do it figured out. But
Nice to see you use the time wisely.
Don't go breaking my heart.
I couldn't if I tried.
Build Me Up Buttercup. I had that song stuck in my head today.
Sing that song, but after the cinnamon challenge.
Dude,
Oh, God.
People die doing that?
Yeah.
Spoonful of cinnamon.
You try to swallow it, and it's just powder going into your.
Oh, that's wonderful.
No,
Yeah, no, that'd be great.
People died doing it.
Oh, that's
really?
not good.
Natural selection. bro.
That's not
Natural selection.
We got the week.
Yeah.
I think a duet would be dope. I just don't know
All
what
right.
song.
Build Me Up Buttercup.
Build Me Up Buttercup.
Or no, not Build Me Up. But Ain't No Mountain High.
Oh my God!
That song.
The fucking Earth, Wind, and Fire.
No, that's
baby.
that's Motown.
When you need me, call me.
So yeah, a duet of Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Yeah.
So I have to do a duet of Ain't No Mountain High Enough
With our beautiful drummer.
with the drummer. Holy fuck, why do I put myself in these situations? Now, the original challenge, like I said, from Scott was done, dusted, completed. The original challenge from Natty Snaps, because he also challenged my next few guests to give me a challenge. That was ages ago. That was done, dusted, completed, and I decided to keep the challenges on for band members who don't turn up for band interviews. And I keep regretting that after every single episode where someone doesn't turn up, because the challenges are now getting more and more fucking ridiculous. So, you know what? I'm down. I'll do it.
You're gonna do so good.
You're awesome, man.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'll do it. You know what? Fuck it. I'll do it. And the drummer, he has to do it. He can't. There's no way getting around it. He has to do it.
Yeah.
And don't tell him about it. Make sure he can know about the challenge when he watches the episode.
We're gonna say we have to do it, and then it's just him.
Yeah. Yeah, could do that. Right. So that was the challenge there. Got to sing Ain't No Mountain High Enough as a duet with the drummer. Cool. Fucking yay. Right. So before I move on to my last couple of questions, one thing I will ask though, have you guys done many other interviews before this show, many other podcasts before the show, or do you have many more planned up for after?
We did one. We did one a couple weeks ago, and so far we don't have any more lined up.
Okay. Well, this question that I'm going to ask you is a very important question. Think about the questions I asked you about the music industry. It's that level of importance. So the answer that you give will be like obviously a serious answer and all that. But this question, it will make you think. It will make you go, you know what, Loz from A Wee Touch of Madness, the podcast, he had a very good point. That was a very important question. The next time you go on an interview, you'll be like, how come no one asks me this question? Because I can guarantee you, no one else will have the balls to ask you this question apart from me. Partly because I'm protected by a computer screen and a fucking ocean, so I can say whatever the fuck I like.
A big
Yeah, I can swim fast.
So, my question: are you ready for the most important question of your life?
It's fitting that Tom walks away, but go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know where Tom went, but yeah, let's do it.
Do you sing in the shower? And if you do, what do you sing?
Anything, dude.
Aw.
Mostly like outlaw country from the 60s and the 70s. I'm that strand of white trash. You know? Fucking Dukes of Hazzard. All that shit.
Funny enough, you mentioned white trash. I'll show you something. Watch
Oh, okay.
everybody else gets their answers.
Strip.
Hey. Fuck yeah.
Oh, that's great.
My boy.
I sing all kinds of stuff in the shower, like whatever I'm listening to, whatever's
That's
catchy.
fucking sick, dude.
you
Now,
know?
everybody at home, if you're watching this on YouTube, you're probably wondering what the fuck that is on my t-shirt. That's my t-shirt that says white trash. And if you've watched my show before, you know how much of a fan I am of the Lax, the country rap duo. You know how much of a fan I am of theirs, and I bought this from their merch store. I had to wait a few weeks for it to get shipped out from America to the UK, but it's from their merch store. That's where I bought it.
Love it.
So, what was everybody's answers then?
I sing in the shower. I like to listen. I either sing Dance Gavin Dance. I just think about I'm either trying to sing the high parts that Tillian does, or I just have like the weird lyrics that John Mess comes up with, like just on repeat in my brain. Or I listen to Covet. I really like listening to Covet in the shower because there's actually no lyrics, but I really like the noodly guitars and pretending I can
Sing the guitar parts.
Yes.
Yeah, sing the guitar.
Okay. Anybody else want to take on that super serious question?
Tom, do you sing in
Oh.
the shower, and what do you sing?
I
And why is it
don't
actually
normally
cool?
sing in the shower, but Johnny Cash all the time.
Dude, we had the same answer basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Dude, I was ripping some Al Green in the shower this morning too. Like
Johnny-
sarcastically, but I was going for it.
Yeah, you
I
might
liked it.
catch me singing some like
Yeah.
Backstreet Boys or
Slow
some like, 90s
jam.
pop or something. Or like, yeah, just depends on the day.
Oh my god, that back again.
Hell yeah. Who knows? Whatever the vibe is.
Fair enough. Okay. There's a wide variety of different answers there. So, have you had fun doing this with me today then?
Yeah,
For sure, dude.
Absolutely.
No.
Yeah, well, good thing your opinion isn't really, cared for.
Good time.
Yeah. Would you like to come back onto the show at a later date? Well,
Yeah.
we kind of have to for the challenge, but I don't know why I asked that. We kind of have to for the challenge.
We're locked in now. We're under contract.
Yeah.
Locked in for under contract. Fair enough. There you go, everybody. That was Idle Minds. They say they want to come back on the show, so you know at home exactly what that means. That means that the next time they come on, I want to hear questions from you. So that is the most ridiculous, the most messed up, the most fucked up questions you can think of. I want to know what they are, so that way I can ask the guys and make them feel a little bit uncomfortable. I hope everybody out there has enjoyed the episode. Make sure if you're on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe because it will really help the channel out. If you're listening to this on Spotify, please give me a follow. You will not regret it. And as per, I have new content that comes out every single week where I talk to different guests every single week. Make sure you join me next week for the next guest. It's going to be a weird and wild ride, as all of my shows tend to be. I always seem to go a little bit off tangent with the guests a little bit. It's probably because I enjoy talking to all of them. So in the meantime, make sure you check out these guys' music, check them out on social media, and check me out on social media for the next lots of updates for next episodes coming out. In the meantime, stay safe, and I will see everybody later. And also, as a bonus, to quote Beth from Bitch an Hour from when we done the album release episode at the start of season 4, sorry, the sign off that she used, I am keeping, which is stay sexy and don't get murdered. And I'll catch you all next week.